Hello. So here's some big news for the channel. Well, not just for the channel, but in gaming. So we recently discovered that Microsoft has bought Bethesda Softworks. Or should I say, they bought Zenimax, which owns Bethesda Softworks, Arcane Studios, a whole bunch of other shit. id Softworks. So basically, this means that, in the short term, nothing's going to change. Bethesda is going to continue to make games. Zenimax Studios, Zenimax, the firm, the private publishing development firm, is going to continue to own the shit they own. But what this means long term, I'll get into after the cut. So in the short term, this means nothing, because basically the really big games coming from Zenimax, which the really big games that people are, when they think of Zenimax, Elder Scrolls 6, Starfield, those games are going to come out regardless of what happens. And they're a long way off. Starfield is a long way off. Elder Scrolls, I don't think you'll see Starfield for another 2 or 3 years. You definitely won't see the Elder Scrolls 6. I would say for another, 5-6 years. Elder Scrolls 6 probably won't come out on, will probably come out at the end of the Microsoft and Sony's 9th gen consoles life cycle. In my humble opinion. I don't have any direct evidence, but it just makes sense. Because Starfield will probably come out in the next, the most 2 years. And then, it'll probably take another, 4 or 5 years for Starfield to come out. They probably have 2 teams working, one on Starfield, one on Elder Scrolls 6, but it's going to take a while until that comes out. So short term, there's not a lot, nothing's really going to change. The games that have been slated to come to other consoles, other platforms, are going to come out. Nothing's going to change for the 9th gen, 8th/9th gen. And if you own a PC, you'll be able to play Bethesda's games. Now, long term could mean a lot of different shit after the cut. So the long-term repercussions of this are myriad. So here's the long term of it, okay? The long term, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. I have no evidence to support or confirm this, but just supposition. Yawn there. The long term, in my opinion, is this. Basically, the reason Microsoft did this acquisition is because they need to get some stronger first-party studios. And the fact of the matter is that most of the first-party games that Microsoft has had are not what they used to be. They shot Lionhead Studios in the head. Halo is not what it used to be. 343 Studios ain't Bungie. Alright? It just isn't. The past few Halo games have been lackluster. Halo 4 and 5 were shit. The Halo Master Chief Collection re-release was shit. Halo is not what it used to be. The highest selling first-party game that Microsoft has on their system is, if I remember correctly, it's Forza. And Forza isn't really a system seller. People aren't getting Xbox Ones because of Forza. Okay, so even though Forza is a high-selling game, it's not selling systems. Okay, Forza is not like Animal Crossing, where there are people who bought a Switch just so they could play Animal Crossing. There are people who bought a 3DS so that they could play Pokemon. Like, those are system sellers. Forza is not a system seller. People did not buy an Xbox One just to play Forza. They weren't like, yeah, man, the reason I bought this is to Forza. So that's kind of the, that's kind of the issue with the with that system. Now, long term, Microsoft basically did this to shore up their first party offerings, and mostly so that they can put shit on xCloud and Xbox Game Pass, so that people will buy those services. This is what this is about. This is about selling you xCloud and all that shit. It's to sell you that service. They want you to buy into their ecosystem, and they want that recurring. They want that recurring game payer model. Okay, they want you to pay that $10, $15, $20 a month to xCloud and Xbox Game Pass. Okay, they want you to spend $120, $240 a year for both of those services. That's what they want. This is what this is for. So in the future, what I'm guessing you'll probably see on Sony's next console, you will probably see if Elder Scrolls 6 launches at the end of the 9th gen, I guarantee you it will probably either be nerfed on the Sony console, or it's going to be a timed exclusive to Microsoft's console and PC, or a timed exclusive. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. In terms of Sony, I think that this is pretty much going to make Microsoft's service look more attractive. If you're a fan of Elder Scrolls, which, I mean, Elder Scrolls 5 has sold what, 30 million units, 30 million copies. It's Bethesda's most successful game in terms of units sold. I mean, the fact of the matter is that if you're a fan of that game, this is gonna really make you wanna, spend more money on this shit. It's gonna be ridiculous. I mean, personally, I'm not a big Bethesda fan anymore. The only enjoyable thing about Bethesda games is, in my opinion, is the modding community. Like, I would never play a vanilla Bethesda game. I would never want to play vanilla Oblivion, vanilla Morrowind, vanilla Daggerfall, vanilla Arena. Like, I would never want to play those games by themselves, just as they are. So, their games aren't, great to me. But there are people who, that's what they like to play, and, if someone says the only, you can get these games, 6 months to a year early on one platform over the other, people are going to get that platform who are fans of that franchise. So that's how I feel. That's my opinion. I know some people will disagree. Tell me your thoughts on it. Tell me how you feel about it. If you would like to get in touch with the channel, you can reach me here at mrredfoxbsbusters@gmail.com or at Matthew Wesley at mrredfox91. There's a link to the Discord in the description. So with that being said, that's in this video. Remember, rate, comment, share, subscribe. This is some footage from Kingdoms of Amalur Re-Reckoning. And, I mean, it's better than the original game. I mean, there's a lot of subtle, minute touches in terms of texturing and some options and shit. But don't forget, this game was made primarily, first and foremost, as a console game. So it's more like a console title than it is a PC title. And once you get past that, it's not that bad. But, that's just, for people who are complaining about the game, that's it. So that being said, that's the end of this video. Remember, rate, comment, share, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts on what you think this means, the news of Microsoft buying Zenimax. soft Zenimax. What do you think it means? What do you hope it means? Etc. Etc. And so on and so on. So that being said, that's the end of this video. Peace.